on tonight's Pool Spa Life Australia. If your old pool needs a bit of love, could a renovation be the answer? How to slash your power usage with the next generation of pumps, millimetre perfection. We meet a builder who's winning all the awards. And if you have a metal gate on your pool fence, take note. All this and more on today's Pool Spa Life Australia. I remember about 5 or 6 years ago when I was seeing ads all the time online for companies that were filling in old swimming pools. So whether that was the old family home pool, which had seen better days and was going to take a bit of money to kind of pull out, people were filling them in. I think that's a travesty because these days you can actually do a renovation on your pool, and in some cases that might only cost just as much as it would to actually have the old pool removed and filled in with soil. So there's a lot to think about here, but with the renovation and using a vinyl lined pool, this is a game changer and you're just not going to believe how good it looks. Daniel, great to see you, mate. How are you?
So good, thank you.
So you're from Aqualon Pools, and you're telling me that this is a renovated pool, because this looks like $1 million brand new build, mate. This is beautiful.
It certainly is beautiful.
Give me the background.
Yes, so we came in at the start of the year to renovate it. The original liner in it was very faded and on its way out. Previous to that, we are a little unsure if it was designed as a vinyl pool, because underneath there was a painted, rendered pool.
Oh, I see. It might have just been old concrete.
Just a concrete pool, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
And it may have been a crack in the wall, and in that instant, it's just time for a liner.
And this is a stunning, like, we're talking next gen liner here. Like, this is space age technology. But what color is this? Because this is so beautiful.
This one is the Aqualux Bahama.
Yeah, okay. Aqualux, did they used to belong to Nilex years ago, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, so it's great Aussie technology. I love all that stuff. What's the benefit of vinyl? Because, I mean, this feels very smooth to touch.
It's very smooth. Unlike your older Pebblecrete, there's no scuffing of the toes.
Yeah.
Maintenance side, the filtration doesn't need to run as long.
Yeah.
Algae and fungi doesn't grow.
So let's talk about pool renovations. I feel like I remember maybe 5 or 6 years ago, just before COVID, I was seeing ads all the time for companies coming in to fill in old pools. So you can just come in and even the old kidney shaped pools, all those horrendous pools back from the 80s. So you can just prep the surface and then put a whole new vinyl in like a modern super luxe color, and then people are swimming again.
Absolutely. So it's a bit of a procedure, especially like a pool like this one. Measuring this pool is quite in depth with 3D technology. It's the whole process. It's usually about a 2 to 3 week turnaround.
Yeah.
That's solely just waiting for the liner to be made.
Because it's not cheap, right? People filling in pools, it's actually not that cheap.
Yes, I believe it's just as pricey, because if you're doing it properly, you need engineers to come out to do something with that shell.
Do people come to you for the entire process? Can you get all the filters and things from you as well?
Exactly, yes. So the only side of the job that we sub out is the coping, is the external tiling, but all the tiling inside the pool, we do that. Plumbing, filtration, we take care of that.
Yeah.
And obviously the preparation and the installation of the vinyl.
Aqualon, family business, been in the game for a long time, haven't you? You got your dad?
Yes, so Dad, as long as I remember, Dad's been in the pool game. He was building pools back in the 80s.
Shirt off, cig in one hand, VB in the other. I can just imagine it, literally.
Yeah, I don't think he was a VB drinker, but
4X up here, isn't it? Now, a little bird tells me, a little bird being me, because I was at the Sparza Awards of Excellence in 2025, that you guys, obviously, you won an award. So you won Best Vinyl Line Pool of the Year.
In Queensland.
In Queensland.
Yes.
And then that's like for the last how many years as well?
Gee, that's backdating 8 to 10 years, I believe.
Oh, look at him. It's actually 10 years. Being Mr. Modest over here. I mean, multi-award winners. There's no one better in the Queensland than you at vinyl line pools.
We like to think so.
This is leading the way, the technology in the vinyl, the way you guys are producing pools, it's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us today, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good on you. I mean, it's food for thought, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Being able to do a renovation on the old pool in the backyard, the old family pool that's not seen action for years, or even if you're thinking about buying a house that's got an old pool and you're sitting on the fence, this is how you do it. It is well worth reaching out if you're in Queensland to these guys to see whether or not they can get you a quote on what might work for your old pool. Just jump onto their website. It is all at aqualon.com.au. I mean, this is not bad, is it? Sydney's beautiful northern beaches, home of the sun, the sea, the surf, and lots of swimming pools. You know what's really interesting when I first owned a swimming pool was actually the amount of things now which are available, which you can add to your setup that are going to actually really help reduce the cost of running that pool. Now, whether that is a solar system to help reduce the power consumption, whether it's a pool to stop evaporation, there are lots of things you can add there to reduce those running costs. Well, a fair chunk of those day-to-day running costs, of course, is the cost of running your pool pump, whether that's to keep it heated, to keep it clean, and just to keep it swimmable. That uses a lot of power. Well, the people have spoken and the pool brands have listened. Well, now the next gen of pumps have addressed that, and there's a really cool way of reducing the costs dramatically. Alexander, love to meet you, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, Walt, yourself?
Beautiful location, not bad spot.
Oh, mate, you know, I wonder what the other people are doing today.
Yeah, I know, we'll make it work. All right, so you're an expert from Fluidra, and you have a brand called Astral Pool. So what's a variable speed pump, and how does it benefit a pool owner?
Yeah, so a variable speed pump, you know, takes the traditional single speed pump and flips it on its head, you know. It gives the ability for the end user to change the speed of the pump on the fly, to do certain mundane tasks of, you know, just filtering the water, all the way out to our high end, you know, manually vacuuming or our big water features. It really is scalable when it comes to what you can do with the pump, and the best thing is, you know, it's energy saving, so it's great for the environment, and it'll actually repay for itself in about 2 to 3 years of service.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, for those of you playing along at home who don't know anything about pool pumps, which was me like a year ago, it's essentially like having a car with one speed in the old days, isn't it? So it's just first gear and you're redlining it at full pelt, but sometimes you want to change gears.
It gives the end user the ability to limit that cost in power while still having an excellent pool, you know.
Do I have to change it myself, or can it be done on automation?
It can be done automatically, you know. If you have a full tilt automation controller, that's an option right there. Also, the pump itself is actually quite smart. It can actually be programmed internally to run at certain speeds for certain time periods.
It's going to be more efficient on the power consumption. Is that the point of it, really?
Yeah, most definitely. So we call it pump affinity, and basically, if you half the speed of the pump, you don't just half the speed of the power, you actually quarterize it. So the pump's actually using a quarter of the power it would at half the speed.
How does the unit go with its lifespan being changed all the time with its speed?
Yeah, perfectly fine. You know, it's a three-phase inverter motor, so it doesn't mind being ramped up and down. It's highly robust, being Australian made, of course, and the longevity of the pump. You know, most pool pumps you'll get, you know, 4 to 5 years out of. You know, I've seen personally with the P320s upwards of 7 years of service.
That's amazing. And did you say Australian made?
Yeah, Australian made in our Keys Bar facility in Melbourne.
Really? I didn't know that. That's awesome. So we're keeping it in the family, and it's Aussie made.
100%. Yeah, we're very passionate about being Australian in the company, and we can do that with our products every day.
Hello, Camilla. You are from VI Pools and Spas. Now, you're installing this technology, and also you're maintaining it too for customers, aren't you? What do you love about the variable speed pump?
Well, the variable speed pumps, from our customers' point of view, it saves them a lot of money on their power bill.
Yeah.
That's what we hear the most.
That's the big ticket item, isn't it? You know?
Exactly. And then also, it's a lot more silent than a single speed pump.
Okay, so that's not something I didn't really think about, was the quietness in operation.
Yes.
So if you're running it during the night to keep your pump circulating, the neighbours aren't complaining that you've got a
Exactly.
running. Yeah.
Exactly.
presumably then you as a company and your workers, you're having to service these a lot less, is that right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because the single speed pump, they do need some kind of maintenance every couple of years, let's say. But with variable speed pump, because you can adjust the speed, it's a lot less maintenance for us.
It's such a simple idea, but has such a big impact for homeowners and pool owners. Having a variable speed pump, especially the Viron XT, it is going to make a dramatic impact to your power bills. The best thing to do, if you jump on their website at astralpool.com.au, you can go and use a handy little calculator they've got there and check out the range and find out which pump might work best for your place.
When I hear it coming up like that, I just know that things are gonna end bad. When my body
I'm in Sydney's Five Dock area, a beautiful suburb that is surrounded by vibrancy and colour and wealth. And the houses around here are million-dollar houses. Actually, they're multi-million-dollar houses, all painstakingly put together by leading architects and built by builders who are working on that elite level. And the customer expectation around here, the client expectation, is through the roof. So if you are an architect or an elite house builder and you're looking for someone to build your swimming pool, then who exactly do you trust to pull off something that's going to be so special? Well, I know just the company, because they've built a pool in this house with that view, and wait until you see the pool. Hello, Zach.
Hey, well, mate.
Great to meet you, mate.
Good to see you, mate.
Oh my gosh. This is one of the most incredibly engineered pools I've ever seen. It looks so simple, but tell me about this.
Okay, so what we see here, it's a Lautner edge pool. It's extremely rare because it's a very complex to build. It requires certain amount of the knowledge and experience for a pool of this type to be built.
So when you look at it, the water disappears over every length and millimetre of that pool into off like a knife edge.
Yeah.
How do you get that? It's got to be millimetre perfect, hasn't it?
So the edges of the pools are actually double edges. Water overflows over that knife edge point, which is like a peak, and it disappears into the hidden channels. That will create a seamless vanishing edge around, which have to be a millimetre perfect. The margin for the error is really half a millimetre. And the water disappears into the hidden channels and circulates around.
Astonishing. When you look at it, when you look at any angle from that pool, it looks like a mirror.
Yeah.
You know, the water is so effortlessly perfect, but how did you achieve that? And how do you stop the land from moving and just 1 millimetre on a rainy summer? You know, you must be a nightmare.
Tradesmen called it a heart surgery pool because especially towards the edge of that, it really had to be engineered and executed to a half a millimetre error. The complexity of it is that you don't see it until it's done. You don't have a meaning of testing the pool while it's going.
Until it's full of water.
That's right. So it's a numerous testing with ELISA levels, another way to ensure that there is no error during the construction of the project.
So let's talk about you. You're Tectonic Pools, right? So you're in Sydney, you're in New South Wales. Really market leaders in that very sophisticated, very advanced pool building, but for tricky access and tricky builds, right? So it's not just million-dollar pools, you do smaller pools as well, but you know, you're working at a level with architects and incredible builders and designers. That's how you've really pitched your business now.
So we are a small company, family-owned company. We only execute several pools a year. We don't go on big volumes. We stick to quality and to also challenging the pools that no other people dare to go in.
like 1, 2, 3, I'm moving to the beat, yeah, yeah.
When people say that you build pools to biblical standards, I didn't think that we were going to be walking on water.
Well, let's walk on the water.
I know. So there's spa and swimming pool, so you had to create separation for
That's correct,
everything, right?
Yeah. So if it's not challenging enough being a Lautner edge pool, let's do challenge it even more by separating spa and pool in a Lautner allowed in a pool.
It's
And,
a millimetre of water,
well,
maybe 2 millimetres.
No, not even. It's a really half a millimetre.
Half a millimetre.
Half a millimetre in there.
Yeah.
So we want to heat up the spa, and we don't want to wait till the pool gets heated, especially in the winter season. So the spa can get heated in 1 hour or less.
Like splish splash, it's gonna be a good day.
I mean, he knew a year in advance the millimetre perfection that this had to be, and then come in and build it. You know, when you meet people like that, it's just a sign of total leadership in the industry, and it is so nice to see. Tectonic Pools are a leader if you're in Sydney, New South Wales, and you need a pool that perhaps is really custom built or in a tricky area. Hit these guys up. You'll find all of their details, including some beautiful photos, all on their website. It is tectonicpools.com.au.
More.
Now, I've seen it all when it comes to pool fencing. I've seen the ever on trend and apparent glass fencing. I've seen tubular fencing. I've seen the toothpick fencing, which is pretty cool at the moment, like sticks coming out of the ground, basically. All great, all beautiful, but all offer something a little bit different and a little bit unique when it comes to that final aesthetic. But whatever you do, it's got to be compliant. It has to be safe, and you need to make sure that these hinges on your gates close properly every time. Michael, great to see you again. How are you, mate?
Good, mate, thank you.
Now, Michael is the brains, the genius, the engineer behind what is now really a global success story, so Polaris hinges. So great to see you again, mate. We are seeing so much more of this aluminium pool fencing.
Yeah, look, there seems to be a segment of the market that seems to be interested in it, designer aluminium fencing. The majority of it is more expensive than glass.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing from Polaris's perspective is it will cost you more than glass to install, and they're putting spring hinges on that slam and bash the hardware around.
Because no matter what your end result is, you've got to have a hinge that is compliant and it's going to be safe and it's going to close on itself. So you've had to work really hard to develop this bad boy. So
Yeah.
talk to me about this one.
Well, look, what we've been able to do is design a hinge that uses all the characteristics of our glass gate hinge and the same technology, but we've made it out of stainless steel as well, but we've made it a face fix hinge, so you can screw straight through.
So it can clamp onto these fins of
That's right.
Well, I mean, they're all different sizes though, so you...
Yeah, the challenging part for us was to be able to, because we've made adapter plates out of polymer to suit the majority of the different new style. We have white and we have black, but
Yeah.
this is made out of a polymer that can be painted. So
Really?
yeah, so if you've got a specific colour that's not white or black, you can just take these and spray paint it with touch-up paint that you might get with your fence. The soft closing mechanism makes the gate and everything last so much longer
Yeah.
than a spring hinge. You know, spring hinges
so
are,
much more elegant as well, isn't it?
you know, spring hinges, they've had their day, and there may be some applications that they're good for, but they're definitely not good for longevity of gates.
It's last century's technology, right? Just a spring that essentially, in most cases, will rust after time, especially
Yeah.
if you're near the coast as well.
Yeah.
And you're going to end up replacing it time and time again.
If your installer is like, oh no, there's no such thing as a soft close hinge for aluminium gates, this and that, you know, you need to make sure he does his research, and it's very versatile and it can be used in whatever your imagination can.
I mean, I think if you've got dogs and animals and you want
Yeah.
someone to, you know, if they're going to leave your property, they open the side gate, make sure you close the gate behind
Yes.
you. It closes and latches and locks. That's something I would consider
Yeah.
a massive bonus.
Yeah, the benefit of having a self-closing gate that doesn't slam and doesn't create a problem with noise and things like that, it's very, very useful.
Interesting setup here, isn't it? Top of the beautiful deck of this house, pull down there. This is something that you guys have installed for this homeowner.
So yeah, we thought we'd come up with a good design. This gate works
it's pretty
well.
lightweight, this gate, isn't it? So you don't need the full whack of the 155,
Yeah.
for example.
Yep, and you know there's two options you could have with this. You could use polymer hinges, which you have one in your hand there. That's
Yeah.
a bit more recognisable to most people. We've put white ones on this gate because it's white.
But the point of having polymer and having this engineering is that these are probably the more economical and affordable part of your range, so the polymer range. And because that's all you need, you don't need overkill for this, but it must close every time. And you know what I'm thinking, Michael, is if you've got kids, like if you have this as an area, you don't want the kids wandering into the street, whatever, why would you not have one of these on your gate in your garden?
Absolutely. A lot of people have spring hinges that need to be replaced every so often.
Yeah.
They can replace those spring hinges with polymer Polaris hinges, or work out how to use the 200 hinge.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of possibilities now.
Well done, mate. I mean, you've created a product from humble beginnings and installer yourself to now selling all around the world. And I love all these kind of stories. PolarisHinge.com.au is where you can buy these online, and you can also probably connect with your local installer if you want them to come and do it for you, right?
Everyone's got access to it.
Well, that is just about all we have time for on today's show. But if you'd like to see some of the ideas from today and the entire series of Pool Spa Life Australia, it's all on our website. Jump on to poolspalife.com.au. And of course, there you'll find links to add us on Facebook and Instagram. Until the next time, take care and swim safe.